Hey, welcome back, good life riders. As you can see, this week we are giving you a good show. Talk about some demo rides that we took during Daytona Bike Week. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So here's our little rubber map out of our ride going down to Daytona. Of course, we had to take and ride over all the bridges while we were there, and then we showed up at Indian. But as you can see, again, riding down A1A never disappoints. It is always such a beautiful ride. And then, of course, you can't ride down to Daytona without going down Main Street. This time, things were starting to pick up a little bit. This was, I think, Thursday or Friday, around early, it was in the morning, before noon. So, still, not a lot of people is what you would expect, but it was starting to pick up. Always an enjoyable ride. And then we wound up going to the Indian motorcycle dealership. And it was kind of neat. When we got here, they had a bunch of Boss Hoss motorcycles. And we walked around and checked those out. This first bike here is kind of a tribute to the Mad Max Fury Road movie. Pretty neat paint job on that. But you know, there was so many different kinds of Boss Hoss motorcycles, tons of Polaris Slingshots at Indian. So they were lining all the Boss Hoss motorcycles up to do a group ride. They were going to do a parade down Main Street and a group ride. And every single one of these paint jobs on these bikes was just kind of a one of a kind. Really made those bikes each truly an original. I don't think there was a single one of those that looked the same. There wasn't a paint job that we didn't see that wasn't extremely impressive. And after that, we had to take in something a little different that we have never seen yet. Yes, you guessed it, the Diamond. So then we got to go out and ride the Slingshot. My daughter actually got to be the driver. She doesn't have a motorcycle license, and they let them drive that just if they have a regular license, which was kind of cool. I think it's a pretty neat thing that you get to go out at these rallies and be able to ride something like this. I had never thought of riding something like this or purchasing something like this, but after riding it, I was pretty impressed with them. I still don't know if I would buy one with the $27,000 price list, but they're pretty enjoyable. They're comfortable. The seats kind of hug you in there, and other than the fact that we had to wear the full face helmets, these things have a pretty good pickup. As you can see here, my daughter's riding like a grandma, but I kept encouraging her to get on it. Eventually she did, but these have about a 2-liter engine, and they're about 1,650 pounds, 1,650 pounds, and they have quite a bit of pickup. It was really enjoyable. It's just like driving a car. They have an infotainment center in the middle there. You can select different modes. There was I don't remember what the modes are called, but It was a pretty fun ride, pretty enjoyable. They do have some serious get up and go. We'll go from 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. And I don't know if we hit that, but this baby, she got on it and this thing got up and moved right quick like. So overall, I think these are neat. I don't know if you call them vehicles, if you call them motorcycles, but they're fun little vehicles to ride around in. And they let us go out for about 20 minutes or more. They tell you about 20 minutes, and there was a line when we started. Eventually there was a line after we got back, so you kind of got to be respectful of the others who want to ride, but we rode it all over the place and it was pretty enjoyable. But then we got to ride what I really wanted to ride, which was one of the motorcycles, one of the Indian motorcycles, and the Indian Challenger was there. And that was fun. As you know, this is the equivalent to the Harley Road Glide with the fixed fairing on the front. I enjoyed the seating position and how the bars and everything were set up. Probably would go with a little bit higher bars if I had to purchase one, but when it comes to the $22,000 base and the $27,900 Dark Horse or limited price, it's probably going to be a while, probably forever before I would buy a brand new one. It has a 108 cubic inch engine with 122 horsepower and 128 pounds of torque. And when you put that baby into sport mode, I can tell you, you want to rip on that throttle. It was one fun ride. At about 831 pounds wet, that engine really gets with it. Had ample room in the bags. We didn't put anything in there. And you know, for long distance riding, it's hard to tell in just a short little demo ride of 20 minutes how it's gonna do. This one had a sissy bar on back, and so it was a pretty comfortable ride for my daughter. The seats I thought were pretty cushiony. As you can see here, she was enjoying the slight ride over the speed limit that we did, maybe a mile an hour or two. But that baby has some serious get up and go. It was a fun bike to ride. I enjoyed it. So coming from being a Harley Electra Glide rider, I thought the balance on this was really good. I didn't have any problems when I first got on it and first started riding my Electra Glide. Of course, it's different when you go from a fixed fairing, go from a moving fairing to a fixed fairing like I have on my Electra Glide. But as a whole, I thought this fairing is a lot smaller than what I've seen from the Road Glide motorcycles. The only thing I have heard about the Indians that I don't like is in with regard to their navigation setup. They charge you a monthly or a annual fee for that, and for this kind of price of a bike, I would think something like that would come automatically. But the bike itself was fun to ride. Hope you enjoyed these couple of demo rides and the look from the 360 camera. If you like more of this, please subscribe. Like and share if you know somebody who's looking at a Slingshot or an Indian Challenger. And until next time, keep the sunny side up, keep the rubber side down, and have an utterly awesome day.